In a bit, a Brontosaurus will come to lift the mast.
No, ok.
I really got scared like crazy. Hello folks and welcome back. My name is Giuseppe and for the past month I have been living in a boatyard. For years my little boat Maruzza was my home and together we reached the edges of the Mediterranean, all the way to the Middle East, Syria, Lebanon and Israel. Then life took me to Africa for several years. That elephant there is called Charlie. But today I am back on the water. Still, the call of Africa never left me, and now it's time to go back. This time, though, with Maruzza. But I am still in my home garden. This adventure, in fact, begins in Greece. The only reason I came here in Salamina is because Salamina is really close to Piraeus, and Piraeus is Alibaba's caves in terms of nautical equipment. So today is Mission Piraeus. I need to go and fix the end of the boom. I'm gonna kill myself today, and then I come back. Let's see what happens. The island of Salamina is just a stone throw from Piraeus, and Piraeus is a stone throw from Athens. To get there, you have to take a ferry, 2 buses, maybe get stuck in traffic, and eventually you arrive in Piraeus, which is the gateway to a very colorful world. After 10,000 buses, I arrived in Piraeus fish market. Piraeus is an amazing place. It reminds me of other cities by the sea, like Achaia in Syria. The vibes around here are...
Italiano, buongiorno. Italiano. Italiano, buongiorno, mamma mia, buongiorno.
Napoli at its best, but we are in Greece. So wherever you go, you find the same common routes. So traveling with your sailboat all over the Mediterranean Sea connects with what we are. Sure enough, I'm not here for a fish soup. I'm here to discover a Festus forge. Piraeus is really an incredible place. I mean, if you want to fix your boat, it's fantastic. It's full of hardware shops. You come here, you stay one day and you solve a billion problems. Not all because they tell you that a piece comes tomorrow and then tomorrow and then tomorrow. And it never comes. And you have to come back to Piraeus 5,000 times. But surely this is the place where you want to be to fix your boat and find everything you need. Here they repair bent ship propellers. All I needed was to fix a worn out part of the end section of the boom. In short, such a basic job for this workshop that they even wanted to do it for free. And honestly, maybe I would have preferred to pay it a bit more. I mean, at the end, I stayed the whole day in Piraeus, and I mean, I didn't do that many things, huh? They repaired this bit, but, well, they didn't make a great job. And I will try a way to have it working anyway, as always. So now I get the end of the boom fitting that I had prepared here at the ring. I put it in its housing. I push it in well with some grease, rivets, and everything is okay. Even though the rivets and the boom are both aluminum, they are almost certainly made of different alloys, and these open the door to electrolytic corrosion. A good layer of insulating paste solves all the problems. That's it, now the boom is pretty much as new, the stainless steel, rivets, blocks, everything. So in spring, when I come back and the whole mast is fine, I'll put it back on deck. Yeah. and tomorrow I dismast. Good morning. Another day has started when I will have to keep working on the mast, but it's early and I cannot even speak. Anyway, but today is a glorious day. It was kind of bad weather in the last few days, rain and thunderstorms and... But now we have to take breakfast because it's a bit cold and I need energy to start moving on. Here, years ago, I kind of built something to be able to put together a little table. So here I have an aluminum pipe, which I put in a hole on the floorboards. I get the step of Maruzza, which has another flange here. I put it like that, and I have a little table, which I cover with a very dirty piece of cloth. I mean, everything is dirty by now, yeah. Still, I absolutely love what I'm doing, even if sometimes it gets a bit complicated. Living on a boat that is out of commission in a Greek boatyard with almost no facilities is just a small price to pay for being free and turning all your dreams into reality. I have always dedicated my life to discovering the dust of distant continents, to blending in with people so different from me that they leave me breathless. Now it's time to take a leap and see what lies beyond those marine horizons I've yet to explore. But first, we need to take down the mast, lay it on the ground, and stress out over an operation that causes more anxiety than a visit to the dentist. Okay guys, here we are. I'm nervous like a rattlesnake. In a few minutes this dinosaur will come to lift the mast.
E speriamo che vada tutto bene.
If you enjoy this video, add a comment and a like.
Quello che ho fatto poi è stato fare.
What I did was add this line up there.
Con una scima da 8.
I tied a ring at the end of it. This way the crane guy can hook the hook of the crane right there to lift up the mast. Hoping that nothing falls on my head. And there it is, a perfect example on how to screw yourself with your own words.
For the crane,
He comes today.
not today. It's blocked. It's a go to service.
I don't know, yesterday he comes, he says today.
This.
Yes.
Yesterday I go the jump. That's a block.
Honestly, I should have known from that moment that the gods were already preparing one of their little tricks for me.
Non ci posso credere.
I cannot believe it, the crane is broken. So now they have to find someone else, another crane, another price, and let's see how it goes. But really here things are complicated because if something could be easy, then it turns out to be difficult. So pretty much you have to plan 50% more of the time because everything can go wrong. So Maruzza waits, and me too. After quite a few phone calls, a new crane finally arrives. But things aren't going as planned. Even 20 years ago I took down the mast and everything went as smoothly as oil. But this time the mast won't budge and I don't understand why. The crane tries to lift it, but it stays stuck on deck like King Arthur's sword in the stone. Everything creaks and sways. I decide to go and check whether the crane is really pulling it vertically. And all of a sudden, the mast comes loose, does a dead spiral and smashes against the hull. I rush back on deck faster than a mongoose. But by then the sky had already fallen on my head. And when the sky falls on your head, well, it hurts. Well, the mast fell and it fell while we were removing it. And why? Because it wouldn't come out, it wouldn't come loose. I couldn't understand why, so I step out of the boat just to see if the crane was lifting the mast vertically. As soon as I was on the hard, the mast just flew like a rocket, and it turned around and smashed against the hull. Now I check everything, but I really think nothing happened. Miraculously, nothing happened.
Fortuna miracolosamente.
I discovered a little damage here at the mast. It's not the end of the world, but I show it to you. The corner of this business card fits between the ruler and the mast. So there is a dent. It's not a big deal because this dent is very close to the masthead, so the mast up there doesn't flex that much. And the dent is really, really tiny. I mean, tens of millimeters. But, well, it shouldn't have happened. It was a bit of bad luck, bad planning. But I really pulled in my pants. But maybe nothing worse happened thanks to the Buddha on the masthead. It is something I read in the books of the Auriemma. They had a Buddha on top of their mast to protect the boat. So I put one on top of the mast 20 years ago, and now the mast fell, but not much happened. So maybe this is because of the Buddha. So put a Buddha on your masthead, or the sky may fall on your head and break your head. Disassembling the masthead and the spreaders isn't hard at all. You just need to remove the pins, the nuts, the old shrouds, take out all the rivets, clean off the oxidation, check for any cracks, make the splices, clean everything again, and in the end it is all shiny, polished and ready to go back together. To calculate the exact length of the new cable, you actually don't need a tape. Just take the old cable, lay it out in a yard, hammer a big nail into the ground and hook the old splice over it. Stretch the cable out and hammer another nail through the splice on the opposite end. The distance between the two nails is exactly the length of the new cable you need to make. So now you just build a new cable that starts and ends with new splices placed exactly between those two nails. And that way you will have a brand new cable that is a perfect match of the original. For me, learning to do maintenance myself has been really important. It gives me a huge sense of safety when I am out at sea, especially when the weather gets rough. I know everything had been done carefully, never losing sight of the final goal, which is perfection. And now it's lunchtime and I have to eat something because otherwise I die before even starting this journey. Now, since I am in a boatyard, I am by the sea, so I go and have lunch by the sea. I just have to find a place in the shade because, incredible but true, here it is as warm as we were in June, even if we are in November actually. The ocean is the place where my soul lives. It doesn't matter if I am in a dusty shipyard or sailing through waves. It doesn't matter if I am eating emergency rations or cooking a freshly cooked fish. The sea is my home. No matter what kind of roof it offers me from day to day. I mean, yeah, actually it's wonderful to do what you like and do it with great passion. I mean, and this is never that easy all the time. I mean, I'm living in a boatyard, everything is dirty, everything smells bad on board and I'm eating really bad food. But the point is, I know I have a goal and I'm trying to get there with all my energies. Knowing what we want is fantastic. And I think everybody knows. It is just a matter of looking in our soul and especially remembering what we were dreaming when we were kids. I wanted to be an explorer. So being an explorer is what represents me. Now I want to do it with Maruzza, I hope crossing an ocean. And then let's see what happens. Now I eat these chips with hummus. The weeks flew by quickly. I learned thousands of new things and made a few messes along the way. But in the end, I got an incredible amount of work done on Maruzza. Work that brought me much closer to the vast horizons of the ocean. So guys, it's over for now. I was here 1 month. I made a billion things of my boat. Among them also the mast, which I almost destroyed, but somehow we made it. In the next few days I go back to Florence, partially because it's getting colder and colder and the condensation inside my boat is falling on my head and it's not really great. But anyway, it was amazing being by the sea is always fantastic. Look at that, I mean, this place is grey but full of marine life. Look, there are seagulls, fish, there are sea basses in the water trying to catch their meal, and I would like to be in the water catching them, but well, you cannot have everything in life. I will see you soon, but hey, if I don't see you on this channel, I will see you somewhere on the hook. Ciao!